Good evening, everyone. It is Friday morning. What time is it? 3 o'clock Friday morning. I'm here in the old city of Jerusalem. You can see behind me is the Western Wall, the Kotel HaMa'aravi. And we are going to talk very quickly because it is freezing out here. We're going to talk a little bit about what needs to happen for the Beit HaMikdash to be built. Woo! All right. I don't know if you can hear the wind. I'm going to turn the camera around in 2 seconds. I'm just inviting everyone in. If you're on here, everyone say hello and let me know where you're tuning in from. And of course, invite your friends and family in. Wow, it is really cold. What has to happen for the Mikdash to be built? Well, everyone thinks, once upon a time we said when we were in Europe and we're in Iran and Yemen, whatever it is, we didn't even dream about coming here. And so there we said, listen, unless, some miracle is going to happen, some eagles are going to come and pick us up somehow miraculously and bring us over here, it wasn't even a dream. It was just a dream. All right, so now we're actually touching the stones. We're right here. We're literally, let's say, 200 yards away from the Temple Mount. So what has to happen? So it's not a big deal to build the Beit HaMikdash. That's bricks and stones and gold, and we could all do that. There are enough Jews out there, even non-Jews, who would donate. There's no question about that. That's not the problem. Building the physical Beit HaMikdash is not the issue. The question is, are we ready for it? That's the question. Right? So if you're Jewish and you're in shul and you're talking while during davening, during prayer, so imagine what we do on the top of the Beit HaMikdash. But beyond that, besides that, okay, if we're not demanding it, we're not even crying for it, we don't really want it, right? Just yesterday, there were Jews who went up to daven on the Temple Mount up there, and 40 Jews were arrested and detained by the police because our cousins up there went crazy. And nobody cares. Nobody cares. So the truth of the matter is, what has to happen is first we have to care. We have to understand that Beit HaMikdash is not just a bunch of stones. It is also, but it's not just a bunch of stones. It means something. It's something spiritual, and it actually is a connection to God, to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And therefore, if we don't really want that connection, then the Beit HaMikdash is no reason, no merit for it to be built at all. Okay, because if we treat it just like stones, it's really a waste. All right, so what has to happen? Number one, we have to realize that we're back in Israel. That's true, but we now have to realize what we're doing here. Where do we want to go from here? You want to be a nation like all the nations? You want to be like another America, another France, another Spain? If that's what we're doing here, I don't really want to risk my life for that. I can live in America without having to risk my life to do that. Okay, we're here in Israel, part of the land of Israel here, and what we're doing here is we're building something that hasn't been around for 2,000 years. So the state was built. We have an army. We have a state. Parts of Israel are being open. You can go visit Ma'at HaMachpelah, Avram, Yitzhak, and Yaakov. You can go to Shechem and sometimes visit Kever Yosef. Then we have people talking about giving away parts of Israel to not only to the non-Jews but to the Ishmaelim, the ones who want to kill us. You want to give up on Eretz Israel? What do you want? You want Kadosh Baruch Hu to help you? You can't give up on it. You can't give up on this stuff. You can't give up on these places. So number one, we have to start fighting for what's right. We have to demand what's ours. That's number one. Number two is the Jewish part of things. Okay, if we continue being like any other nation, what do you want the Beit HaMikdash for? What do you want the holy places for? If you want to be another America, so you make a Times Square. You're not going to build a Beit HaMikdash. You build a Beit HaMikdash, we have to be ready for it, and we can do it, but we have to decide to be ready for it. We're arguing right now about opening stores on Shabbat. And again, I don't believe in religious coercion, but if that's the argument, you want to open up the Beit HaMikdash, and it's not a matter of they're bad or good people, or I'm bad or they're good, they're bad. It's a matter of education. And right now that we've come back and everyone's speaking Hebrew and it's all wonderful, we have to take the next step. And right now Israel's wavering. What should we do next? Right? So any eskimim, any deals that we make with the Arabs are basically giving testimony saying to Kadosh Baruch Hu, saying to God, thank you very much for nothing. We're going to give it away. And that's the testimony that we're giving. So what we have to do, and it's coming down, people. Here comes the rain. Here comes the rain again. We're going to go down to the Kotel. It's hailing. All right. Let's walk down for the Kotel for 1 second. So in order to move ahead and get the Beit HaMikdash built, and by the way, I'm going to say this again, it is freezing out here. I can't imagine. Ouch! Ouch! It's hailing! Ow! I can't imagine what the soldiers are like right now in the north. Everybody, you better hit this link. Let's show. Ow! All right, it's hailing. Oh, this is so slippery. Careful. All right, so. Oh, ow! 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 But we're going to walk down to the Kotel now. But what we have to do is we have to connect to who we are as a nation, as a religious nation. We have to connect, and again, oh boy. Okay, it is hailing right now. Let me turn the camera around.
Oh wow, it's opened up. Oh wow.
Wait, let me. Ow!
It's coming down.
Holy cow. We're going home right now. Right after this. Right after this, man. I'm not going in. I'm not going in. Woo! Somebody wants to know. All right. So this is my cousin Simcha. This is my cousin Zezi. Ooh, it's cold in here. Oh, all right. I'm full of, it's hail on me. All right, anyway, so what we have to do is we have to really start adapting to who we are and what we should be. All right, we built this. It's a wonderful thing. Next step, people. Next step. The next step. If we keep on worshiping this wall, which is an important place because it's a synagogue, and not dreaming and yearning and demanding what's over this wall. You know what? God helps those who help themselves. In Mitzrayim, when we got out of Egypt, so God did not do anything until we screamed to God, until we took action. Okay, so I'm not saying do anything over this wall. It's a correction that we have to make for ourselves. Okay, and unless we start doing that, nothing's going to change. All right, people, I'm out here because it is absolutely freezing.